Hi Leo, this is your May 2026 love reading. Let's get started by taking a look at the energies surrounding your love life. First, we've got the 10 of Lanterns. In this deck, lanterns are wands. So maybe you're feeling like things had been very difficult. And the great thing about the 10 of wands or swords or any 10 is that something is coming to, some cycle is coming to a close, something is maturing, something is ready to be done with the 10 of wands. We've also got the moon. There could be a Cancer because the moon is a Cancer card, but there's something happening either at night or that's associated with night. Maybe you're going out a lot at night, or you're like hooking up a lot at night or something, but there's some difficulty or even like exhaustion associated with whatever is happening at night. And we've got the 9 of Flags. The 9 of Flags is the 9 of Swords. Flags are swords in this deck. So you're like, there's anxiety about going out at night. This could be anxiety about dating. This could be maybe you're like anxious about meeting people or like socializing. Something about nighttime and like the stress of something that is built up. We've got the 4 of Flags. This is the 4 of Swords. I'm getting the feeling, we're going to get some clarification, Leo, but I'm really getting the feeling that you need some rest from like whatever situation has been happening. There's been some drama and it's kind of stressing you out. It could be, I get the feeling there's like drama like in your social circle or in like the circle that like you're around at night, like if you go to a club and the people you're hanging out with. Yeah, and finally we've got the Devil. So there's definitely some difficulty. We're going to need some clarity on that Devil. Not always something like big to worry about. Sometimes the Devil is more about like your obsessions or your thoughts, but we'll find out if there's something, according to the cards at least, something nefarious happening. Let's clarify this Moon card to start and find out what it is that's happening at night, Leo. We've got the 7 of Swords, clarifying the Moon. So there's something you're not seeing, something about your love life. I mean, this could be, sometimes this roles can be reversed and this could be you, something that you're hiding, but there's something that is just not being shown to you. So again, this could be night, but then I'm really thinking this just could be something you're not seeing that's really stressing you out about your love life, and you're really wanting like rest. You're wanting the situation to be less stressful. To clarify the 4 of Flags or the 4 of Swords, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. I think this is something having to do with your home life. I think this is something that you have been working for, something that you thought was going to give you a sense of like stability. You thought maybe this was like a stable relationship or like a stable way to meet people, and you're finding out that it's actually a little bit more difficult than you anticipated. Clarifying the 9 of Swords, we've got the Hermit. The time that you're spending by yourself, it's possible that you're just getting so caught up in your thoughts, Leo, about your love life right now. It's making it even more stressful. So this could really indicate you need some like rest. Maybe you need to like step away from this situation or like this group that you're hanging out with. Let's get clarity on the Devil. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. All right, clarifying the Devil, we've got the 8 of Swords. Coming back to this idea that something is making you feel really stressed out. I think something not only is making you feel stressed out, but it's making you feel like restrained, because the 9 of Swords is this card where we're like sitting there in our thoughts and we're just caught up in our anxiety, and the 8 of Swords is very similar to that, but just not so exhausting, I guess. And I really think what's happening in your love life right now is there's something you're not seeing, or somebody's not showing to you, or you're not showing to them, and it's just making the situation really stressful. So my advice, just from what I'm seeing right now, is that it might be useful for you to just take a moment away from the situation, Leo, if you can. Get some space for yourself, get some time to think, and get your head clear. Clarifying the 10 of Lanterns or the 10 of Wands is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so when things shift, when you end things or just like end this cycle, maybe it's like poor communication happening, or you're like texting somebody a lot at night and it's like not going over well. I think that when whatever situation is done is when there's going to be all these opportunities for something better for your love life and something easier for your love life. Okay, Leo. I was not expecting that. That was a little intense. Let's find out what the person on your mind is thinking about you. Let's get a tarot card about that. We've got the 9 of Lanterns. Lots of 8s and 9s in this reading, Leo. The 9 of Lanterns is the 9 of Wands. And let's see. So we've got the 10 of Wands here. We've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Flags. The 8 of Swords. So 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. So Leo, right now, there's just all of these things building up. There's so much building up. And the person on your mind is feeling it and seeing it too, and is feeling that difficulty. Let's get some oracle cards on what the person on your mind is thinking or feeling about you right now, Leo. We've got, I want to make it up to you. So if there's some difficulty happening, they want to make it up to you. But Leo, the only thing I'm going to say, especially because there is this like devil card at the end of your reading, is that if this person is not, if backing up their like desire to be back in your life, if they're not in your life right now, with changed, improved behavior, then you really need to evaluate, like, is this a relationship that you want to have in your life? Because it shouldn't be draining you. We've also got, I see you in myself. Again, I want you to just be really clear, Leo, with yourself, like what the purpose of this relationship is. How is it serving you? Is it serving you? Let's get some more cards. I want to be strong like you. You know, I'm getting the feeling that maybe there's even like a maturity gap or like an age gap or something where you and this person are connecting on like your differences, or you're like opposite ends of a spectrum or something. You are all I've ever wanted. Yeah, so this person is like really like very feels very soft towards you, but that doesn't mean that you need to have them in your life, Leo. If it's feeling hard, if the whole situation is difficult, then step away. It's okay. If it's meant to be, and if the situation is meant for you, it'll still be there when you step back into the situation. All right, some messages from the universe on what you should, or like how you should think about your love life this month. We've got awakening, number 2. So again, coming to this idea that if something is ending, let it end, let it go, let yourself like out of this difficult moment, because you can get out of this difficult moment. You're not stuck there, Leo. Let's also get 34, soul mating. So the cards do see this possibility in your love life of this soul connection, but it's just very important that we remember that some soul connections are in our lives for a season, and some of them are there for a lifelong reason. And finally, we've got soul writing, number 20. Yeah, so there's definitely like this deep soul connection between you and this person, Leo, but I don't think that you need to force yourself to like physically be there. Sometimes we are in relationship with people only in like an energetic way or in like an astral way, but because often like in the flesh, you know, it's just not working, and that's okay. We can have an emotional relationship with somebody in like a different like dimension and just leave that there, if that makes sense for you. All right, Leo, if you're still watching, thank you. And if you like this reading, come back next week. And if you really like this reading, hug the like button or the subscribe button. And I will see you later.